The title of today's class is How to Be at Your Best. How to be at your best. Wanting to be at your best is natural and universal. People have always wanted to be at their best. If you ask somebody, would you like to be at your best as a professional, as an athlete, as a mother, as a father, as a daughter or a son, or back in the day as a hunter or a farmer, there's nobody would say, no, I don't want to be at my best. Nobody ever has, will now, or ever will answer no to that. It's a universal desire to be at your best. The best of what you can be at whatever your goals are in life, whatever you consider to be of value in your life. So it's universal. So how to talk to you, how to tell you about how to be at your best is relevant for every human being that's ever been or will be on the planet. How to be at your best. There's some universal laws for how to do that. Everyone. Without exception. There is no exception to it. Nobody say, I want to be at my worst. Or I don't care if I'm at my best or not. You're not going to hear that. You know, to be at your best, we're going to be talking about it emotionally, spiritually, physically, and health-wise. We're going to talk about it at each level during our time together now. And there's going to be a lot of information, so every 10 or 15 minutes, those watching on DVD or listening on CD, I want to suggest you turn off the DVD or CD and reflect on what's been said, take your notes if you're with other people, have a discussion about it. And those, as I'm giving the lecture today, I'll open it up for questions or comments as we go along. Well, that's one of the big areas that people have is how to be at your best with other people. We all need one another desperately. As my father used to say to me, son, if you could own all the skyscrapers, all the real estate, all the gold in the world, with one little catch, that is, you'd be the only human being on the earth, would you want it? And of course the answer is no, nobody would. He says, that shows you how desperately we need one another. So we need to have good relationships. So we'll start off with how to be at your best in a relationship. Whether you're talking about as a husband, a wife, a son, a daughter, a mother, a father, an aunt, an uncle, a niece, or nephew, as a cousin, as a friend, whatever it is, how do you be at your best? And I'm going to give you the secret right now. You've heard about being real. People say, listen, I want to be real with you. And then they say some god-awful thing that nobody would want to hear. I want to just be real. Boom. Can't stand you. Think you're dumb. I'm just being honest with you. That's not how to be. That's not how to be at your best. I'm going to teach you a secret that takes you beyond being real. So I'm going to tell you the secret where you're going to be honest, you're going to be truthful, but you're going to go beyond being real. And I own the trademark on the concept, and the term is respectfully real. I'm going to talk to you about how to be respectfully real. Let me give you an example of the difference. Being real will be, I want to be real with you. I never liked you. I think you're stupid. I'd rather just never see you again. I'm just being real, okay? Now, that is not being at your best. And you might relieve something off your chest for a minute and devastated the other person, but that is not being at your best. In a number of ways, I can come back on you in various ways. You've hurt another human being, and as they say, what goes around comes around. That's not being at your best. Respectfully real, he'll be a hypothetical way of being respectfully real. Listen, when you said what you did, it hurt my feelings. And if you could find it in your heart to apologize, I'd be grateful. See, that builds a bridge or a connection. That's being at your best. Takes courage. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge their vulnerability. So respectfully real is creating a bridge or a connection as opposed to a wall or a barrier. It's based on this premise, and you're going to like this. You have the right to be who you really are. You have the right to be your true self. And that's good. No one's ever told you that, unless you've been to some of my other lectures. No one's ever told you. You have the right to be who you really are, your true self. As long as the expression of your true self is done in a respectfully real manner. That is, with kindness, with wisdom, with respect of boundaries. Nobody wants you to be real if you're just going to start saying all kinds of nasty things, right? Just keep it to yourself. No, don't be who you are if you're going to start talking to me like that. Respectfully real.